Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your August 2024 reading. It's me here, Krystal Clear. Happy to deliver Spirit's message for you. I'm going to start by pulling 2 cards for the month of August for you, Sagittarius. We're going to check the energy coming into the month and out of the month and see how the month of August looks. So coming into the month of August, we've got stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So, okay, moving into something new, moving into a new cycle, making some movement forward. But I do feel like you're the one who has to kind of pave the way here in August. If you're wanting it to happen in August, or you're wanting, to feel like this is like something you are strong beyond measure. It means you're taking on something that is requiring you at your maximum. You're taking the lead, you're taking action, you're going to make something happen where you want it to. No more standing around, laying down and taking it as it comes. You're taking the bull by the horns, if you will. You're stepping into your power. You're being brave and courageous and strong and moving forward at the beginning of the month in August. So let's see how the month ends. We've got overcome obstacles. You can overcome anything. So yeah, this feels like August is going to definitely be a month where you're paving your way. You're setting your path forward. And there are 2 paths. Led Zeppelin says there are 2 paths you can go by, but in the long run, it's still time to change the road you're on. So I feel like you can be traveling these 2 paths and a bit unsure of how it's going to go, but you take your best step forward, you move forward. And if you find that any obstacles come up along the way, you do have what it takes, the skills and the tools to overcome them, to push through and just like step over them, or to change the path that you're on. But I do feel that you overcome any of the obstacles that either have been showing up here in this June, July. It feels like it wraps up here in August. Anything that you've been experiencing here in these previous months. And we'll pull some tarot cards to see how each week looks. But overall, these 2 paths that you have in front of you, one might seem to be paved and the other one still needs to be paved. And so you might need to take you might need to take an assessment on which path you're taking and what's required of you. But either one of them is going to need a new version of you. It needs you to create, your new version of yourself, your true version of yourself. And so this is the Queen of Spirit, or the Queen of Wands, that jumped out. So I'm going to keep it up top here. It says authentic zeal. I find joy in being my true self. Sagittarius, Queen of Wands. What a beautiful card to represent this Sagittarian energy indeed, because it is creation. Regardless of what path you take, you're going to have a new experience, a new identity. And what does that look like for you? Which one feels fuller, more fulfilling? And then overcome those obstacles of doubt. We've got the Page of Wands. Spirit is speaking, ambitious, enthusiastic. I greet new possibilities now born within me. Gosh, let's get this going. We're going to put this one over here and see how much room we have. With the Page of Wands, new possibilities born in me. Like maybe you hadn't seen it working out this way here in August, and it requires you to be your fierce self and to push through even if you're tired or exhausted, unsure and unsettled. But to kind of it's not a heavy feeling. It's like an excited feeling. You're making your own way. You're paving your own way. Things are shifting. You get to recreate what it looks like. So it's more of an exciting thing, but gosh, there's just a lot of things to do in August. And the Page is I've got a lot of new opportunities in front of me for me to decide with. So let's pull some tarot since they're jumping out. We're going to pull 4, one for each week. What a beautiful start with the Sun. This definitely is about achievement, achieving your goals. And so that's why it does feel like a very positive thing. There's just a lot of things that are in movement. And it says, as spirit in expression, I move through my life boldly and joyfully. Love that. Absolutely, Sagittarius. There is success and there's triumph, but that usually doesn't come from the easy path. Usually it's not an easy road. It's like we've had to work so hard. We've had to overcome so much. I do feel like June and July might have tested your faith or tested your patience. But here in August, it's like, wait a minute, I can have what it is that I want. I simply need to remember what it is that I want, and that nothing, the only person who stops me is me. There's nothing in my way but myself. For the second week, we've got the 4 of Cups. Time of stillness recharges me. Stagnation and reflection. So sometimes it's going to seem you're going to start this month off realizing I can have what I want. And you're going to be challenged, and this is that exhausted feeling coming in. You're going to feel that exhaustion. And that's when you're going to use all the skills that you know and all the skills that you have. Make sure you're at least drinking some water. And you're going to recharge by that mid-month. You're going to have a mid-month reset. And the second half of the month, well, we'll see how it goes. But I do feel, because of the energy and the trajectory that I'm feeling, you got this. It's going to come together. You're going to come in strong off the heels of a perhaps treacherous or challenging June, July-ish time frame, ready to make the moves. And by the end of the month, I do feel like you've overcome so much and there is great success. Let's see these last 2 weeks. Beautiful. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Very successful card. Material gains. So there's a lot of gains. There's a lot of success. There's a lot of progress that happens that third week, the second half of August. And there's gratitude for it. It's like, whew, thankful for myself to have gotten through that. Just recognizing. I feel there will be some recognition of the hard work that you've put in, to have overcome some of these challenges. This feels mostly with work, life related. I don't say anything too much about like partnerships or anything like that. Not to say that you might have had some struggles with partnerships. This mostly feels like an advancement within your career or like your home place, your place like of residency. And we've got the Solitude card by the end of the month. Clarity and introspection. I am one with infinite wisdom. And it's that idea of I can recreate me. And I just have to remember what it is that I want. And that's when you get to the end. And again, the Solitude card, that's a perfect answer. I was like, it doesn't really feel too much like relationships or family or friends or anything like that. This is more of a personal journey that you're navigating. Your personal beliefs, your desires, how you express them, where you express them. And what do you gain from sharing this wisdom? And that really is what the 9 of Pentacles is about. It's about thriving. What are you also gaining? Your material gain as you make progress. What are you gaining from it? Is this what you want to gain from it? August is going to be a month of receiving for you, Sagittarius, but it's definitely not without work. And that time of solitude at the end is just going to be so important for you to kind of just reflect back on all the work that you did, all the obstacles you overcome, to find peace with like the progress that was made. I feel like September is when you really start to build on that foundation that's being set here in August. But let's see Spirit's advice to wrap up the month before we even talk about September. We'll talk about September when September comes. So, as you navigate August, Sagittarius, first and foremost, you're rewilding your life for sure. This is a life-changing experience that you're going through, career or home life. You're definitely shifting your mental wellness, because I can see all the different pathways opening and expanding at the blossoming of the mind. So for sure, there's lots of different ways to look at situations and see experiences and to see relationships. But there's a big shift that happens in your belief system and how you choose to carry out your actions, how you choose to step into your power. Definitely a transformative month. We've got transform. It's card number 12. It's like the graduation card. I feel like June and July was like your last semester, and August is when you get to graduate, and you're not done till you cross the stage and throw your cap in the air or whatever. It's like that moment when you're just finalizing everything before transition into the next phase. And you can look at this at different phases in your life that you've experienced. There's that, it's like the harvest. And we're coming into harvest season with September coming up. But that's what the harvest is. It's collecting all of what you've gained, everything that you've grown over this last month. And maybe this has been transformational for the last perhaps year or the last 3 months, at the very least. How much have you gained? And like collecting that all together. And what does this mean? That's you stepping into your power and transforming your mind. And look at, there you are, stepping into your power, stepping into your light, coming out of the dark with Unmask Your Darkness. Really just starting to see things. That is a perfect representation of like what to do in this place of all of these gains. I've got all of this in front of me. Some of it I'm going to use that I need, and some of it I'm going to need to unmask and let go of and step into my new identity. So September is going to definitely be an identity reformation for you, Sagittarius. But before we get there, we're redefining some of your beliefs in the month of August. And you've worked so hard. I hope you can enjoy the fruits of your labor that show up this month as well. All of your gains as well. Not just the mental gains, but the physical gains that you receive as well. I hope that they're good to you, that you feel grateful for them. And I'm grateful for you, Sagittarius. I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care.